Brought to you by patreon.com/inspireddisorder and inspireddisorder.com/audible.
What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Rona Dayz, episode 26 of the show, where I just kind of talk about whatever I want to talk about because I'm in a corona lockdown, unemployed, trying to survive and stay away from the germs and the germites. This is just a never-ending story known as my reality because there is a lack of leadership, a lack of humanity, a lack of common sense and judgment, a lack of belief in science, a lack of intelligence. There's very many things lacking in the reality that I am living in, which is putting pressure on the continuation of this story. This episode, these shows of Rona Dayz are going to eventually turn into diamonds, but it is what it is. The weather out here in Southern California is starting to cool down, despite everything being on fire. Despite there's no fires necessarily close to me. I mean, within an hour or two, I guess there's probably fires I could drive to within an hour or two. But the sky, we still get the benefit of having, brown skies. Just really kind of puts you into a sci-fi film. I mean, as far as the 2020 year has gone, devolving into every single B movie that has ever existed, we are getting into, it's kind of sci-fi slash, like you're on a different planet. They kind of they tint the video, the visuals to look different, or post-apocalyptic. We're in like the prequel stages to Mad Max, one of the two. It's kind of the look of the sky is really kind of got both feet in either side of genres there, which is kind of crazy to wake up and have crazy. Just seeing all the photos, too, and all the videos people have taken of Northern California and Oregon, Washington. There was a satellite view I saw of just the whole West Coast, like just smoke coming off of the West Coast, and then when it goes to nighttime, you see all the hot spots where all the fires are, and it's just ridiculous. So what are you going to do? What I did was finally get caught up in my paintings. I've been barely getting paintings done in time to release. I release a new face every day on all of my social medias, and you can buy them on my website, inspireddisorder.com. And I've barely been keeping up with that, and I've finally gotten a bit of a buffer. I got 3 weeks of paintings done, so I have a bit of buffer, which will give me an opportunity to hopefully get other things done that I need to get done. Last time I got a bit of a buffer, I was coming off of all my anxiety and depression, so it kind of ended up sleeping a lot, which was good. Sleeping is a good thing. You need to recover your body and your mind, and sleeping helps do both of those things, and is kind of one of the side effects of depression. So hopefully I won't waste this time. I'd like to regularly get these buffers so that I can open up my weeks more to get other things done. And one of the things I really want to get done is the unexpected benefit of TikTok, is that there's a lot of business and marketing and just a lot of advice and a lot of tips and tricks that you get into. I mean, the great thing about TikTok in general is that their algorithms and what they feed you is amazing. It is quite perfection to get, and whether it's protests going on, getting to see the protests firsthand from all the people that are there posting, or if it's falling into business TikTok or art TikTok and just seeing communities of people sharing and giving each other advice and benefits. Those are things that I've been wanting to. I've been bookmarking all of these kind of great ideas and things I want to implement or just refine how I'm doing things because I need to make money. I don't know if you know that, but money is something that helps people survive. And I want to survive, so I need to make money. And Spotify isn't going to give me $100 million for this show, so I got to make it other ways. And one of those ways is by selling not only my artwork, hopefully getting sponsors for this show that pay upfront and large amounts, but also selling more merch and just selling other, kind of branching out, maybe creating a few different brands that, feature different types of merchandise and other things that I can sell to niche markets and whatnot. But a lot of that is coming from TikTok, surprisingly. So hopefully I will take just a solid day, which I've done before, and just wrote everything down and just like I need to go through it all and just map everything out and give myself like an ultimate to-do list of things to start hopefully making money. But yeah, so that's what I hope will happen now that I have a bit of a buffer. I don't have to like try and get a bunch of paintings done. But meanwhile, while I'm trying to still self-quarantine, nothing's open that I want to go to. Movie theaters still aren't open out here yet. Not that I'm rushing out to go see any movies right now, even if they were open, but and restaurants or whatever. But yeah, there's nothing that I'm super excited about. So thankfully, the weather's going to start getting better, so I would like to start doing just going on walks and hikes and things like that more, just trying to get outside more and breathe fresh air and just give myself something to do that doesn't involve being locked inside of the same room for every day, every morning, every evening, every night, waking up, just kind of put your little hand in mine, the Groundhog Day of it all. But while that's all going on, for some reason, the Magatards are out protesting protesters. And you have to. The thing with being a Magatard is that you have to follow the strict guidelines of how a Magatard protests. There's a protocol. You have to follow proto. Part of that protocol is that you have your assault rifles because you're very fragile. Your life is more important than everybody else's. So if you need to kill some people, you need to make sure you have military-grade assault rifles, preferably with bump stocks so you don't have to curl your finger a lot. It's just something that'll keep going, and you can just slaughter as many people that scare you and frighten you and make you want to go into your little turtle shell of ignorance. So having assault rifles is one of the proto necessities for these Magatard proto. You also need to have displayed on your vehicle. You need to have a vehicle, whether it's a boat or a lifted truck. Those are the only two options. You can't have anything else. Maybe a motorcycle, but Sturgis is done. So now you have to have your lifted truck or a boat. Whether it's on land or water, those are the only two vehicles you have, and your vehicle must be decorated heavily with as many flags as you could possibly put. Whether they're American flags, Confederate flags, Nazi flags, Trump flags, doesn't matter. You got to have at least 10 to 20 flags on every vehicle that you take out with your gun rack and fully loaded bump stock assault rifle. The next thing you need to do is you need to make sure that you look like it's Halloween. You need to look like somebody who is a government official. You need to dress in military cosplay. You need to dress in police officer cosplay. You need to look like you're part of the actual organization that's supposed to protect civilians. But you do that so you can murder civilians, right? Because that's why you have your assault rifle, because you're a weak, pathetic human that can't actually protest with just signs and blow horns. You have to go out so you can run people over in your lifted trucks, right? This is the one time you take your lifted truck off any kind of pavement situation. It's like the most off-roading your lifted truck has ever done is running over protesters you don't agree with, right? And maybe if you don't want to ruin your truck, right? Maybe you get some blood on the bumper. Then you take out your assault rifle and you pretend like you're a police officer because you're wearing cosplay. You're wearing your costume to pretend like you are military, to pretend like you are some kind of authority, even though we all know you're worthless. You should really be putting the barrel of the gun right into your mouth and pulling the trigger with your toe, because we all know how weak your fingers are, because the only thing you have that's like the between life and death for all of your opposers is your ability to curl your finger, and you don't want to break a finger just in case the muzzle that's in your head, like maybe the bullet doesn't actually hit your brain, because the brain is so small inside of your skull that the bullet may actually pass right by it and not even do anything. It's just insane to see all of these protesters not only out in force, which they're small groups, let's be honest. That's why they're taking lifted trucks, and they're very flamboyant. As far as protesters go, these Magatards are the most flamboyant protesters I have ever seen. So many flags, it's like they're in floats. Like all of their lifted trucks are like these floats, like it's the Rose Parade the day after Thanksgiving or something, and they're just throwing out, bullets at high speeds to whoever they may find to be somebody that's offensive to their sensibilities of white nationalism. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on in my world. Sign up now over at patreon.com/inspired disorder so you can binge the full week of this show, The Ray Taylor Show, ad-free. All 7 episodes, no ads. Binge it now in both audio and video versions. You can also get a coupon code to save a bunch of money on The Many Faces if you want to start buying some of my artwork. If you like Photoshops, you can download the raw Photoshop files for all the Photoshops I do. It's only $3 a month, so sign up now over at patreon.com/inspired disorder. Also get 2 free audiobooks through Audible when you sign up through my link, inspireddisorder.com/audible. It's 2 free audiobooks just for signing up. You also get a new free book every month. Audible originals are available, guided wellness programs, news, so much more. Sign up now and get yourself 2 free audiobooks through my link, inspireddisorder.com/audible. New episodes come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/inspired disorder. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com. Follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show, and have yourself a great day. Peace out!